started off with Jim Courier.
Pete Sampras has got more aces than anybody. Done a LeConte in the chair again. By about 200. I mean, he's got about 600 aces this year. 640, in fact. To be fair to the other players in the category of big serving, of course, Sampras has played a lot of matches because he's been so successful. He is, after all, the #1.
There it is. There's a likeness of Cliff Drysdale when he was about, that's 87.
I feel the same way about the nose, Fred.
I think the artist has something with noses. God knows if Venus ever gets this award.
They'll take up 2 plaques.
15 all.
Aaron Krickstein has won the first set on the 3 occasions that he's played Pete Sampras. So Sampras, obviously realizing that, would like to get off to a good start.
40-50.
Krickstein feels that Sampras is going to serve to his forehand a lot, particularly on that the ad side. I think he likes that. That's his favorite serve, that one down the tee, right down the middle.
Best of 3 sets. Their first match of the day. The winner of this match will have to play another one because of the rain yesterday. The winner will play tonight. Game point.
Nearly perfect conditions today, though, because it's overcast, it's cloudy, but there's a slight breeze. It's not going to affect the players. The humidity has gone down somewhat from yesterday.
King Sampras.
Pete Sampras not having too much trouble, starting out with an ace and holding on comfortably. 1 game to love. Krickstein will serve after this. Continuing live coverage here from the stadium court at the Jack Nicklaus Sports Center. Pete Sampras and Aaron Krickstein, 1 game to love. Sampras, this is Krickstein to serve. Krickstein won a hardcore championship early this year, the South African in Durban, beating Grant Stafford in the final, and he has had a very good run of things since Wimbledon. He did well, as you know, in Washington, getting to the semi-final. He lost to Todd Martin in the semi-final there, but he beat Andre Agassi in the round of 16 at the Canadian. He lost to Lendl in the 3rd round, and also a quarterfinal loser to Michael Chang in Los Angeles last week.
He's done a lot of traveling. He wants to play a fair bit of tennis to get back up on that computer. Well, he started it off at the Lipton after the injury, and was a semi-finalist at the All-American Red Clay Championships at Coral Springs.
Oh, yeah. 30-15, Krickstein.
Well, the tournament directors have been here this week for meetings for the rest of the season, and Mark Barron has got some of the folks from Coral Springs up here to have a look at the stadium here as we watch this replay. The lob there, and Sampras doesn't quite get this one away. Good control here from Krickstein on that forehand as he rips it past Sampras at the net.
40-15, Krickstein. Just clarify one more time. I know you've mentioned it, guys, but he fractured his left ankle at the Los Angeles tournament last year. Had a pin replacement, and he was out for 6 or 7 months. He was number 108 in the world in May, his lowest ranking ever. But he's back now to 57 in the world, Krickstein, and he will, he'll improve that ranking this week because he wasn't playing this time of the year last year. because of the injury. Still in a brace. In fact, he's had trouble with both of those ankles.
Game Krickstein.
Krickstein holds on, 1 game off, first set.
Krickstein's tactics, I think he, in that centre of the court area there, he's got to do, in the early days before the Couriers and the Agassiz, he was the man that set up forehands and ripped forehands, and it's just that the pace has passed him by. I think he wants to come back and learn that shot, or he knows how to do it, but he's got to hit that with the top spin and also flatten it out. But he's got to be a little braver and go for a more stick, and I think today he's going to try a few of those against Pete Sampras.
That was a 93-mile-an-hour second serve, and Pete Sampras has 120-mile-an-hour serve, fastest of recorded here this week anyway. Brad Gilbert up there at 116. He doesn't look like he serves that hard. Last second quarter as well.
That's that favourite serve, that one down the tee again from Sampras. Another one. And Krickstein knows that serve is going to go there quite often in this match, but Sampras really, when he's leading on his serve, does take some risks on second serves, and that one there was 94-mile-an-hour on a second serve delivery. A lot of fellas would like to have that for their first serve.
And also, Fred, I think it's evident that Pete Sampras is going to be playing into the strength of Aaron Krickstein also, much as like a lot of the players when they play Courier and Agassi are now starting to do, play out to the forehand, which opens up the weaker side, the backhand side. Plus, you got to cover a lot more court when you got the two-hander.
Exactly.
So if you could pull him out wide on the forehand side and then cross court to the two-hander, got to make that extra step because of the two hands.
Dad, Dr. Herb Krickstein's here this week as well.
Game Sampras. Sampras leads 2 games to 1.
2 games to 1 on serve, first set. We're going to take a break.
Win a trip to the 1993 IBM ATP Tour World Championship in Frankfurt, Germany. Follow your favorite players on the IBM ATP Tour, then rate your top 8. If your list computes with the official tour rankings on October 1st, you could win a trip for 2, including airfare, accommodations, and tickets to the IBM ATP Tour World Championship in November. Send your name, address, telephone number, and date of birth along with your list to ATP Tour ESPN Contest. Entries must be postmarked by September 29th.
Sampras leads 2 games to 1 on serve. He won the US Open in 1990. This year, 93, he won the Great Wimbledon Championships. Fred Stolle had a chance to talk to him about that.
Yeah, you know, it's something I've worked for, for a lot of years, and I changed my whole game at 14 to one day win that tournament. I changed the whole baseline game to being a serve and volleyer to win that tournament, and to do it. I was pretty satisfied. I mean, that was the most happiest I've ever been. With that victory, woke up Monday morning and I was just completely wired.
Love 15 in this game.
Interesting to talk to Pete about Wimbledon, Cliff, because he's such a reflective young fellow, and he came along on the scene to win the US Open, and he felt that that Wimbledon was the one that he may well get to first because of the way he played. And as he said, it took a week before he actually realized what he'd done.
And he handled it differently too. He played no exhibition matches after. He just went back to Florida, relaxed for a week, and savored the victory.